Alright, so here's our first savage wildlife sighting. We have a couple of hungry squirrels taking advantage of a large bird feeder. So I'll say hello to the squirrel buddies. And they're probably so used to humans, I doubt they'll scatter when we walk by. Yeah, look at them. In fact, when my wife and I first came to Bok Tower in the late 90s, I think you had one run up your leg, didn't you? Yeah, she had one run up her leg. That's how uninhibited they are. So now we're heading into the window to the pond. Aha! So literally, it's framed by this sort of structure, and it's glassed in, which is interesting. So, and there's the pond. And that answers my question earlier. I was asking about lakes and ponds, so this is, I guess, a bona fide pond. A little bit of aeration going on there. All right, window by the pond. Check. So this is something you don't see very often, and if I'm calling this right, these are Hydrangea, which are, again, rare as hen's teeth, at least over on the coast, where we are on the Treasure Coast. There's also, look like shrimp, no, it's not shrimp plant. There's another nice little yellow flower, and if you know flowering plants, you can chime in on what that is. But yeah, these are neat. And there's also plenty of rhododendron azalea here, and they're doing rather well. So we're heading into El Retiro, and we'll figure out what that is. I think that's like part of Pinewood. Yeah, so this is the Pinewood Path, National Register of Historic Places. But the Pinewood House is really neat. If you're into like 1920s land boom architecture built by people with a lot of money on their hands. And I was here a few years ago, and somewhere in here there's, for the palm people, oh yeah, and I forgot about this fruit garden out here, the fruit trees. There's a Chunia Phoenix, oh, it's not Nana, Chunia Phoenix hainanensis coming up. So in fact, I'm going to cheat and just walk through this grass here. Yeah, so this was here last time, and I think I have this on some other videos. Loquats, olives, just a sort of edible landscaping. But if you'll bear with me, there's this lychee over there, maybe, and I'm not sure if that's a mulberry, the lighter green with some leaves missing. I want to say the Chunia Phoenix was, this might make for a boring video, but I'm trying to chase it. What I'll do is I'll stop, and when I find it, oh, here's some citrus. I'm not sure what it is. Thought I saw a sign. All right, I don't see the Chunia Phoenix, but if I do see it, by golly, I'll get it on here for you, because I was impressed at its size. And this is ostensibly Zone 9B here, and so to have Chunia Phoenix hainanensis is probably not too uncommon, but given its size and everything, it was very impressive. In fact, my spidey senses are telling me maybe it's over here. If not, you guys can just shake your fist at your video player and say, this idiot won't stop talking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for it. I wanted to say it was over here, and that might be it. Okay, so the idiot got lucky this time. So look at that. In fact, if you can go through my archives and see this video, or this tree, when I first recorded it, it wasn't nearly this tall. It's probably put on 3 or 4 feet since I was here last time. Looks kind of rough. I don't know if that's cold damage. It's new, and we got a little cold this past winter, but not too bad. But then this is Lake Wales, so I have no clue. So anyway, here is your Chunia Phoenix hainanensis to wrap up this segment. Let me back up, do this thing some justice. I'd say that's about 12 to 14 feet overall, like 3 meters and change, 3.5 meters. This is on the sort of south side of the Pinewood estate, and you can see the elevation here. Again, maybe only probably 60, 80 feet above sea level or more, and there's a mine way off in the distance there. You can see they're doing something over there. Anyway, nice vista. Hard to come by anywhere else in Florida, but this is a nice, and I think this is a relic or an artifact of the Appalachian limestone ridge. I want to say this is something that's sort of the tail end of that. More on Olmsted there, if you want to read. So now we're heading up towards the tower, but I had to get that view in because that was gorgeous. Living on the Treasure Coast, there's never any any view unless you go to the landfill, which is probably equally high off the ground, but who wants to stand on a landfill and feel nostalgic for hillier days? Anyway, more open views here, and while I've got the camera rolling, we're getting into where the tower is emerging, and it is very impressive. I don't know how tall that thing is, but it's big. I'll hopefully get the numbers for you. Let me move out of this one branch and you can see the tower. That's just gorgeous. Let me zoom that in. Alright, so we'll catch up to the tower here in a second. We're mere yards away. What's that, bunny? Oh, okay, so there's a marsh rabbit. Let's see if we can zoom in. We had squirrels earlier. And there's Mr. Marsh Bunny, or Ms., or they, Marsh Bunny. Let me stop walking.